Good morning and welcome on this Monday morning. If you're joining me live, my name is Helen Jennings. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and I am based here in the UK. And I'm a few minutes later than I'd normally be. The Huskies, just a couple of doors up, decided to launch into a concert just about 9 o'clock. So I decided to let them do their thing and then I would come live. So they appear to have stopped singing to us now. So here we are. Let me introduce myself. Let's add in um, this slide. And this is my website. This is where you will find me, www.loveaduckie.co.uk, and that's where you'll find links to all sorts of things, shops and blog posts and downloadable tutorials, sign-ups for my newsletter. Morning, Lisa. I hope you're feeling better. So you'll find all of those sorts of things over on my website. So do check that out. And wherever you're looking for me on social media, then do look for Love-a-Duckie, and whether that is Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or Pinterest, any of those places, look out for Love-a-Duckie, and that's where you'll find the things that I have added. Good, that's good news. Lisa's feeling much better. Okay, what else have we got in here to show you? Adding up to show you. The Fitting Florets collection is still available. Beautiful collection of papers. There's 2 stamp sets in there, a set of beautiful layering up oval dies that create fabulous frames. You've got some lovely little swirly gold embellishments, a beautiful collection, well worth checking out. So do look at that. This florally stamp set that you can see on the top and the frame dies are going to be available in the new mini catalogue that is launching in January or December. If you are a demonstrator, that's always one reason why you might want to be a part of the Stampin' Up family and register as a demonstrator, because you get to see all these things a month early. But they are going to be available in the new catalogue. The Christmassy greetings stamp set and the papers and these gold swirly embellishments, they're not going to be available. So if you want to get your hands on those, you need to do that sooner rather than later. We still have a few classes coming between now and Christmas. I need to take out the Saturday stampers. We had that on Saturday and had a lovely time making Christmas cards, but we have got a mega stamper stack on Friday. So we're going to create 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs, not 5 each of 2 designs, 2 each of 5 designs. And then coming up later on in December, we have the Thank You in a Box class where we will create some thank you cards and a little box to put them in that you can either keep for yourself or give to a friend for a gift or a loved one. We've also got an evening version of that stamper stack going on the same day, but in the evening. So if you can't make the daytime, but would like to join us in the evening, you'd be very welcome. We have a bottled happiness kit class. So these project classes, you get papers and ribbon embellishments, all of those sorts of things to create beautiful projects, all the instructions. So 5 different beautiful projects to create using the bottled happiness kit that is coming up in beginning of December, and you can either have that as a come along and join me in person, or you can have it as a kit to go, which indeed you can with the mega stamper stacks as well. And beginning of December, we've got a completely crackers Christmassy games night, which is done over Zoom. So wherever you are in the UK, you can come and join us for that. So those are the things that we have got coming up. So lots to keep us busy between now and Christmas. And my head is buzzing with all of the things we're going to do in the new year. So look out for those details going up very shortly, the minute I get a chance to put my buzzy thoughts onto paper. We'll be getting some of that out and about and into the public view. Oh, so let's carry on with what we're going to do today. And I think we're going to keep it Christmassy this morning. The weather has turned a little bit colder. I keep seeing things that are forecasting for snow. We get all these headlines, don't we, that, all this snow is going to come. And when you actually look deeper into it, quite often it is in the uppermost point of Scotland or something. But whether or not we're going to get snow, let's get some Christmassy feel going on this morning. So let me bring in my downward facing camera. And I have picked out the Santa's delivery. Now, we were playing with this on Saturday at the Saturday Stampers, but we haven't played with it on a live, so I thought that we would get it out because it is very cute. So we have this little Father Christmas here, very jolly looking Father Christmas in his little train with his carriage. You've got the Christmas tree that will sit on top of the train. It's even got its little straps to hold it down. You've got presents and flags, a very jolly little penguin, some peppermint canes. There's some signposting and some great sort of sentiments with Merry Christmas, special delivery just for you. Santa Claus is coming to town. You make this season jolly. I like this one, elf approved and sleigh delivered. I think that would make fabulous tags, Christmas tags. So I've got my eye on that one to do a few tags with this year. Whether we'll make one of those this morning or not, we will see. You've obviously got the dies that go with it, and as you can see, my dies have been very busy. You've got the train, you've got the carriage, you can cut out penguins. You've got two little penguin dies. You've got little dies that will cut out your puffs of smoke coming from your train. This great little rail track just here, and this lovely little wreath. That's rather beautiful that you can create. You've got to cut out your little star shapes that are in here. So lots of dies, mostly coordinating with this, but a few extras. There's a little bow on that one, a few little extras to add in. I haven't got all of this Santa's delivery suite, but I have got some elements. Let me bring in the catalogue so you can see the full suite. Here is the full suite as it is in the catalogue with some great samples in here. There's a little bag as well as some cards, some stripy envelopes, and you've got, as you say, stamp sets, dies, two embossing folders. I have got those, the Charming Landscape embossing folders. So they are two narrow embossing folders that will fit through your mini cut and emboss machine. You've got this white iridescent trim. I haven't got any of the iridescent trim, but I have seen it make lovely for sort of tying on gift packaging and those sorts of things. So it's quite a fluffy trim with a silver glitter running through it. We've got some of these adhesive back stars. So I've got some of those here. So very glimmery iridescent stars. There's Memory and More cards in here and a Memory and More envelope pack. Both beautiful, but I haven't actually got those this year. But if you love doing you want to do some memory keeping of all your Christmas things, or you want to do a page a day in the run up to Christmas, this is a fabulous Memory More pack to go to. And these envelopes, if you just want some grab and go fab envelopes and card spaces, then grab yourself a pack of those envelopes and card and envelope pack as well. Really useful. But the other thing that's in here is a 12 by 12 paper pack. Now, I have got little bits left from the weekend, and then I have some whole pack. So we'll see what you want. You can see these little trains just here, and as you might guess, those trains you can cut out with the die from the die set. So here he is, and you've got some different Santas in there with different skin tones. So you can really have some fun with those different Santas. They've got a nice stripy on the back there. You've also got the carriages, and again, the carriages can be cut out with the die. Some have got the presents in. Some you can just sort of see him poking in here. We've got this rather jolly looking, very excited looking Rudolph just there, reindeer, who's obviously having a rest from pulling the sleigh and is enjoying a train ride. I don't know how much of this you're going to pick up from this little bit, but you've got some dancing Mr. and Mrs. Claus just there. And again, they come in different skin tones. I love this fa la 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 paper. Isn't it fun? See what other little bits we've got in here. Oh, a bit of evening evergreen cardstock. We don't want that. We've got snowflakes and trees. We have spots and presents. These are rather beautiful. These are whole strips, and I might open the other pack up in a minute, but you get a whole background strip of like a snowy landscape, and then you've got stars on the back of there. So some really fun papers in there. So this is my oddments that are left over from the weekend, but we do have a whole pack there. Oh, this ho 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 paper, I do love that as well. If we need to draw on that other new pack, we will open it up. We have no worries about opening up packs of new paper to play with. A couple of stray sequins there from somewhere. Okay, so let's have a little look. Let me tuck those stars under there because we might want to come back to them. Right, losing my marbles, nothing new there. Let's come back to this stamp set then, and I think we're going to start with one of these Father Christmases, Santa, whatever you call him. He's still Father Christmas to me. He has different personas, doesn't he, wherever he happens to be in the world. Bring him in. I'm going to bring in some Memento. So I think we'll colour him in with some stamping blends. He is very jolly. He deserves to be sort of made bright and jolly. Let me just have a little look through my oddments of basic white. See if we've got a piece big enough. I think that will do nicely. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat just because it's quite a big stamp. So it's always worth having your piercing mat underneath just to give a little bit of give. And I think we could turn him around this way because we're going to die cut him. So let's just stamp Father Christmas just there. I think we'll have a couple of little penguins. One and two. Let's have a little thing of presents. Obviously you can see that these images are all designed so that they will sit in the carriage. I'm not actually going to do a carriage this time. Let's do some peppermint canes. And let's do some puffs of smoke or steam or whatever coming out of the train. Right. Let's have a look. Got some blends here with me. I think I'm going to make the train go with some in colours. So these aren't colours that are in the papers necessarily, but I'm going to make it a nice bright train with some Parakeet Party and some Orchid Oasis. going to make another Christmas real red. She'll want a bit of black for his gloves, and we shall want some black for those tyres as well, although we could do them really bright colours if we wanted to. I'm going to use a little bit of light balmy blue for a bit of shading. We're obviously going to want black for our penguins. Let's come in with some pumpkin pie for their beaks and feet, and then we'll have the presents and candy canes to do. We'll do those in some red and white and some mixed colours for the presents. Let's see how we go. So I have got a light parakeet party here, and I'm going to do the train. Parakeet party, not necessarily worrying about shading and bringing in the dark as well as the light. I'm just going to add some colour. Anita loves the little penguins. There we are. Let's come in then with some Orchid Oasis. Again, I'm going to go with the light. Just add in some colour around here. Make it a very bright festive train. Might bring in Tahitian Tide for the body of the train. Making the most of these lovely bright in colours to make a very bright train for Father Christmas to be driving around in, so everybody can see him coming. Squeaky, squeaky. Again, I'm just using the one colour. I'm not added in any shading or anything. I'm going to come in with Parakeet Party. Oh, let's not use that end because that's the brush end and it'll be too fat to run across there. I think we'll have Parakeet Party across the bottom here as well. And this little fan piece. Let's have some Orchid Oasis in here. And we'll have Parakeet Party. This front bit. That bit and the centerpiece. Parakeet Party and this piece. And this piece. In Orchid Oasis. So there we have a beautiful bright little train. Let's come in now. I've got some dark real red here. Let's come in. On Santa's hat. around his little fat tummy. And his waving arm. And come in with some black for his gloves. And I'm going to come in with some black for the train wheels. We've used grey. But we've used really bright colours and made everything else pop. So let's make the wheels on the train pop as well by making them black. So again, this is the dark black blend. And let's bring back in some Tahitian tide and have that in the centre of our train. So now we just need to have a little look at Father Christmas's face. These are the natural tones. Right, just give him. So this is the SU 701. I'll just sort of come round a bit with some of the SU 700 and then come back in with the 800. So some of them are more of a browny tone, some of them are more of a pinky tone. Going right up from the light fleshy colours right up to dark. So very useful to have. And here's a little colour chart of what those look like. And you can see that the higher the number goes, the paler it goes. But there's his face. Now I'm going to bring in this light balmy blue, and I'm just going to come in a little bit around the edge. Just to help make that pop a little bit. Just adds a little bit of shading around the edge and helps that white pop out a little bit. So there we have a very jolly Father Christmas sitting in his train. Let's come in with the penguins. And we just need to do this outer piece in black. We're going to give them a bit of a white bellies. We've got this little bit of ones down on the top of their head. They are very happy to be hanging out with Santa. Let's come in with some pumpkin pie. Let's give them some orange feet. I have used Daffodil Delight for their feet and beak as well. The dark Daffodil Delight, that works as well. And we just need a little bit of the blue just to add in a bit of shading on them as well. Now we have our little puffs of steam, and I think we'll do the same with that. You could also do this with smoky slate, a pale smoky slate works just to give that a bit of shading. Right, so we have steam, we have Father Christmas, we have penguins. Not actually done anything in the background to Father Christmas there. It really depends what we're going to sit him on. Might come back and put some Balmy Blue in the background there as well. But for now, let's concentrate on candy canes. So I'm going to make mine traditionally red and white striped. You can get candy canes in all sorts of colours, so you could do these multicoloured as well if you want to. And then we have our presents. Let's give this one a nice red bow. And might come in with a red flag as well. Make this one blue and green. Might add in a little bit of green for this one over here. And let's come in with Tahitian tide for this one just here. Perhaps some Tahitian tide on this bow just here. Now there, we have coloured our presents with this little flag, our Father Christmas, 2 penguins, some candy cane and some smoke. Now what we need to do is die cut those. Here we have 2 penguin dies. These have handily got some tape left on them from Saturday, so let's make the most of that. Stay, little penguin. Now then, have I done him? Oh no, I can squeeze him in. Excellent. Presents. I couldn't see my candy canes then. There they are. Candy canes. Now there's 2 dies for the little puffs of smoke. Oh no, let's swing it round. It's those 2. And I'm going to have to come in and do that other little one. Let's just put some tape to hold this penguin in place. And there's our train. Here it comes. Choo-choo. Our train. Very cute. Let me just grab the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Make ourselves a little room. Make sure we don't lose our little puff of cloud that we're coming back to. A little puff of steam. Open this up. Let's transfer this over, hopefully without wiggling any of, apologies, that's gone fuzzy as it tries to focus on all of those bits. Just going to run that through there. Through it goes, through the tunnel, choo choo. Let's lift these out. One train. One. Two penguins. One little thing of presents. One little thing of candy canes. One. Two little puffs of smoke. Let's just lift those dies off of there for now. Put them back over here on the magnetic sheet. Let's not lose that one. I'm going to grab some cardstock to make a track. Let's go grey granite, I think. I will have a track and our last little puffy cloud. Let's get that the right way round. There it is. There's a track. Quickly whiz that through. And there's our train track. And there's our itsy bitsy puff of steam. Right. So here we have some candy canes, some penguins. Where's my other little puff? Just there. And little puffs of steam. How cute are they? Right, now we need to build up a card with them on. So where are we going to go? I have a side opening card. And let's cut ourselves a piece of real bread from that. I'm going to make this 10 by 14.4. So whatever your first size mat is, that is already 14.4. And it would be 5 1/4 by 4. And then I'm going to cut a piece of basic white. Cut it to 13.9. Ooh, that's a 4 blade by 9.5. I might change my mind and make it a bit smaller in a minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to take it down to 9 by 13.4. Just want a bit more of a flash of that red underneath. I bring in some balmy blue ink and blending brush. Just give that a rub and make sure we've taken any excess ink off of there. Let's bring a bit of balmy blue into that background. Not all over, but just in that centerpiece. And I am going to bring in my light balmy blue, and I'm just going to add some light balmy blue behind Father Christmas just here. Now, I want my track, I want my train on my track. I want these presents sticking up from the bottom of the card because obviously they've not got, they've got flat, it's a flat bottomed image. Where has my other puff of steam gone? Gathered it up somewhere, obviously. We might find it in a minute. And have some puffs of steam. But we're also going to need a sentiment on there. So let's have a little look at that. Santa Claus is coming to town. Merry Christmas. Might use the Merry Christmas. I think I'm going to do that in black. That little puff has puffed off. I knew I should have put them in a tray or something. Never mind. He may come back to us in a moment. Let's find a block. I'm going to be big enough. I think so. Let's ink that up well. Let's bring in our perfect. Right. Let's just find which of our Tombos is going to work for us. This one, I think. So let's start with our rail track. We'll just add some glue to that and add him in, center him, add that in down there. There's our train track. Going to bring in some mini dimensionals. And we'll add that in the bottom. Everything is disappearing. Where have my candy canes gone? I'll stick that on there. And we'll stick this on here. Let's pick that up. There's my candy canes. Let's add a dimension on the back of there. Just tuck that in. So they're poking out behind the presents. Going to add in a penguin sitting behind here. And we'll come in with our train. We'll just flick off there. We'll have him sitting on the tracks. We'll have a other little penguin there. Let's come in with some puffs of smoke. I think it is only going to be 2 because I think I want it to go that way. Because the other one appears to have disappeared. We didn't pin it down. Oh, the huskies are starting again. So we'll just have 2 puffs of smoke. How cute is he? He's just adorable. And these little penguins are so in love with life. Beautiful. So that'd be a great card for a little one or a young family or big kids as well. I would be delighted with a card like that. Beautiful. So that is stamping and colouring and die cutting, all of those images. They just are such fun little images. I mean, obviously you don't need to just have them for Christmas cards. You could have them for home decor pieces, little banners, Christmas banner. There's for your gift packaging, all sorts of things. Let's have a little look at some of these papers, whether we can cut them out. Let's do a little bit of, let's do a nice quick die cut Christmas card. Now then, one of these had got some, yes, had got some trailers, some carriages on. This one just here. So let's die cut ourselves a carriage. I'm going to use this one just here because I can get most of that little connecting bit. And Father Christmas, I'm going to take the one off the bottom just because it's uses the least amount of paper up, really. And we will die cut ourselves Father Christmas and a carriage. Let's just pop that little puffy smoke die away so we don't lose it. Let's bring my scissors in. Oh, apologies, knocking you about. He's so cute, isn't he, Lisa? And let's just cut down this carriage as well, and then we can get them both through at the same time. There you are. So there's our little carriage. And there's our train. All ready to go. Choo choo. For this one, I'm going to use some of one of the embossing folders. Might come back with some paper in a minute. But I think I'm going to use the town effect one, because then we can use the Santa Claus is coming to town sentiment perfectly. Look how big this piece of white is. 13.9. I'm going to take it down to 12.9 by 8.5. I'm going to use my charming landscape embossing folder. Let's have a bit of a play and see where we would like it to go in there. About there, I think. Now this is just a normal embossing folder. So with a normal embossing folder, we just take out this die adapter plate. We need our base plate and 2 acrylic plates. So that's number 1, 2 number 3s. And as you can hear, I'm sending things flying in the background. Still have some things in baskets waiting to be put away. There we have our nice town scene just there. To come back in. with the balmy blue. And just come in to add too much colour. I just want to help that to pop a little bit in the background. Let's have our Father Christmas coming in on his train. We have some fa la 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 paper behind it. Fa la 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 la. I'm going to cut this at 10 by 14.4. So that's a first size mat to go on a card base. I think again we'll perhaps come in with a side opening card like this. Some fa la 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 la. Train on the top there. I might come in. Do I want to? Just wondering whether I want to come in with something just to help that pop off of there. That'd be quite nice. And we've got sort of evening evergreen and Father Christmas's tartan jackets just there. Very trendy, very on trend. Now then, we did that at 12.9 by 8.5. I'm going to do this. I don't want it to be much. I'm going to do it 13.2 by 8.8. That's just adding 3 millimeters each side, so it's not a big border. I don't want to lose too much of my fa la 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 paper. Just want that to help that to pop off the top of the background a little bit. So there we are. Then I think we'll come in with Santa Claus is coming to town, because he is indeed. We have the town, we have Father Christmas. We'll just find that little sentiment. Add a little bit of basic white. Some evening evergreen for that as well. You better watch out. And Santa Claus is coming to town. Trim that off a bit on the bottom there. It's looking a little bit wonky. I'm going to add that to a tiny bit of evening evergreen. And just a bit of a narrow border just to give it a bit of a pop. Right, let's stick this down then. So let's stick our paper. So sorry, dancing Mr. and Mrs. Father Christmas. You're going to have to dance away on the back of this paper because I do rather love the fa-la-la-la-las. And let's stick this to there. It needs to say just a little narrow border, little narrow pop of colour. I think I'm going to stick this down flat. And then we'll come in with some dimensionals on the back of here. Got a few larger ones here, or some outside edges, they will work as well. Because it's a paper cutout, we do need to make sure it's well supported on the back there. And the same with our carriage. We finished up that sheet. Got a couple of little ones here that we can just add in because you'll find to mix and match. Right, let's bring in the train carrying its very important driver. Who is pulling along a very important load. So make sure you're on the good list. Somebody shared with me a list they'd found on Facebook the other day that means apparently I'm on the naughty list. Don't know what I've done to deserve that. But I'll do my best in the next couple of weeks to see if I can't change that. Hopefully it's never too late. Right, there we have Santa Claus is coming to town. I'm going to have a little look and find, see if we can find those iridescent self-adhesive stars. What safe place did I put those in? Oh, I can see them. Look, they're just here underneath the pile of stamping blends. And I think we'll have some iridescent stars in this one. So we could use them as smoke coming out of the chimney, but I think we'll just have a few twinkling in the sky as Santa Claus heads into town. Very cute. So we have two cards there. One that is stamped and coloured with stamping blends. Obviously you could colour with watercolour, you can colour with your watercolour pencils, with your markers, your stamping white markers, but this one was stamping blends in nice bright jolly colours. And then for this second card we've made the most of that paper and we've simply die cut our train and our carriage from our DSP and added it to this embossed background that you can also find in that suite. Just Santa Claus is coming to town. So really cute little cards. It's a fabulous little set. If you have got little people or very young at heart people that you need to be creating cards for, then this is a suite you really do want to get in your shopping basket. and start creating some beautiful Father Christmassy themed projects. So I hope you have enjoyed those. It's been lovely to be with you this morning, and I will be back again with you on Friday when we'll be, who knows what we'll be creating then. We'll find something fun to do. So thank you for joining me. Do reach out if there's anything I can do in terms of if you have any questions about the projects, if you have any questions about the products, if you would like to shop with me, if you are thinking about joining up and becoming a member of the family so that you can start pre-ordering January to April goodies in December, any of those things, then do reach out and get in touch. I would be happy to help. Otherwise, I will see you on Friday. Have a fabulous week, everybody.